Ah. Right, let's begin properly for once in our life, shall we?
Greetings, honourable community.
Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Thursday Night Live with myself, Boaty, and of course the M11, Emma, the disintegrating wine bird. Or according to, well, I can't tell you what Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight on the Wirral, the Leisure Peninsula, calls it, can I? Can't get away with that. He can get away with it. I can't. If I said that, I would be, I don't know, I've already been demonetised, so I'd probably be tarred and feathered. Anyway, good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. And it's nothing less than a joy to be back with Emma and indeed to be back with all of you fantastic people. We hope you've had a wonderful Thursday. We hope you've had an extra special day that has been stuffed to the brim and even a little bit over the brim with extra plumptiousness. That's what we hope for you. And we would like to have this confirmed or indeed otherwise. So please do tell us in the comments about your day. Of course, community snap. We need to know what you've been eating. I made chow mein for lunch, and it's going to be staff curry for supper. Emma will chime in at some point very shortly and tell you what she had to eat. But I'm not going to hang about tonight, darlings. I'm going to be a big hairy man and take the lead and just dive immediately into the comments as if I was falling off a high diving board after having had slightly too much vodka and ending up precariously perched about 100 feet up in the air, stark naked, and wondering what the bloody hell I was doing there. So, first cab off the rank tonight is, as so often, Jimmy Mighty Quinn. Good evening, Boaty and Emma and all.
Evening, Jimmy.
And he dived straight in with his dinner, which was paella, chicken, prawns, and Spanish sausage. And he says it was lovely. I'm sure it was. It sounds it. The fabulous Peter P is here. Good evening, Emma and Boaty and Boggs. Dinner tonight was hand-peeled shrimps on toast with dill and mayo.
There's some fancy meals going on this evening, aren't there? Some fancy meals going on.
Stratospherian is right in our midst, and says, and says what? Honoured hots and usual entourage. That's different.
I think he would have meant host.
Oh,
I think he might have meant honoured host, but he's hot hosts, but he's missed the S out.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, well.
Or she.
Yeah. Greetings indeed to you. Good evening from Caspar, says that guy from SETI Alpha 5, which could be Barry or Karen or possibly a wonderful combination of them both. We don't know yet. No doubt we will find out in due course. Anyway, good evening to both of you. They go on. We both swindled working from home for the day. Hope all is well. So we've got both of you. We've got the full Caspar. Excellent. I'm fine. How are you, Emma?
I'm absolutely great. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Good. And I'm just going to have a slurp of my wine, darling. I wonder if you'd be kind enough to take over on comments duty while I can do that. A well-earned slurp of vino.
I can do that for you, Boaty, and I will do that swiftly and efficiently. Hopefully. So, I hope that Caspar also appreciated the lack of Bruce tonight. Steve Cog is here. He says, I don't like the music myself, to be honest. Oh, God, they've said that. Are we going to have that goddamn awful music again? Yeah. Bruce should have been arrested in the 50s and not for singing. Oh. Caspar say, oh, no, not in Jimmy Savile Gang. And, right, Simone is here. Says, good evening. Caspar say, hi, Simone. Barry is grilling burgers. It's Karen here. And they're saying hello to each other. They're both fine. They're seeing how each other are. Simone says, I have a film going live tomorrow evening. Yes, I noticed that, Simone. I have got notifications on to have a look at that. Caspar, Karen says, Barry showed me it ain't half hot, mum. I can't speak. It ain't half hot, mum. Hilarious.
Lovely boy, lovely boys. No, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And I'm glad you found it hilarious because British and American humour doesn't always perfectly intermesh. I remember the first time that I went to live in the States, and obviously regular viewers know that I didn't intend to go and live there. I just went there on a blind lunch date, and the date went rather well. So that kind of happened. And I was amazed that, and this isn't that long ago, this was in 2001. January 2001 when I first went out there, and everybody was mad about Benny Hill. And obviously in America they have 3,493 channels, probably a lot more now, but that's what they had back then. And at any time of the day or night you could watch Benny Hill. And I thought, well, bloody hell. I mean, we stopped thinking Benny Hill was funny at some point in the 1840s. But in America, he was huge. So yeah, the humour doesn't always. Oh, here's a feature. Right, feature number one. Name your favourite. If you're American, name your favourite British comedy, and if you're British, well, yeah, and if you're British or any other flavour of nationality, what is your favourite American comedy? And I'm trying to think what mine would be, and I'd have to think about that. South Park would be in the mix. I liked Frasier. I liked Cheers in the earlier days before it all went off a bit. And there are probably others that I've forgotten about. Sorry, do carry on, Emma. I was jumping in there and rapping.
No, that's no problem. I actually did pause because of the Ain't Half Hot Mum reference. I thought you might have something to say about that. So that's absolutely fine. Don't worry. Simone says, I watched that when I was a kid. Hilarious. Casbar say, I prefer the two Ronnies. We had All in the Family and She's the Boss when I was a kid. I don't know if you had that there. We did have those, yeah.
Yeah, we did. I remember them.
Peter P saying hi to Matron. Oh, she says good evening all. Yep, Matron does. Caspar say good evening, Matron, but I've already spoken to you today, so you know. But good evening anyway.
You didn't salute.
Oh, are we supposed to salute Matron now?
Yeah. Did you not get the memo?
No.
Okay. Right. Well.
Evening, Matron.
Short way down.
What? Matron's a long way up, is she? Right. Fine. Caspar say
you have to do it the British Army way. Long way up, short way down. I can't do the short way down because the table's in the way.
Yeah, if I do this, I'm going to bash my funny bone on my desk. So
there you go.
I didn't realize we were supposed to be saluting her now. So excuse me, I have a tea. Right, got that out of the way. Caspar say, we will watch your film, Simone. I've been looking at our work on TC.
Looking at your work, maybe?
Ah, yes, thank you. Yep, looking at your work. Thank you very much. Jimmy Mighty Queen says, Tracy. Simone says, Karen, the car is in need of a big repair. Andrew Buttergeek is here. He says, a very good evening, Emma, Boaty, and everyone. Can't stay. Have a fantastic live tonight, guys. Thanks for dropping in, Andrew, and I hope all is well with you. But yeah, thanks for dropping in. Hope to see you on a live stream soon. Alan Simpson, the aficionado of Little Chef, is here. And he says, greetings, community of considerable honour. Greetings, Alan Simpson. I hope you're well. Casbar say, it looks like you're doing good work, though. Betty Lou, the Trans Am, has had a lot of work done, so I feel your pain. Neil, the Gibbon hater, is here. And I'll tell you what he says in a minute when I get back to there we go. He says, hello all, how are we tonight? Hope we are all well and have an amazing day. Yeah, not had a bad day. Thank you very much, Neil. I hope Neil has seen the little video I made for him, by the way, because I noticed there's been no likes or comments about it. But if you look at the Boaty's World,
I tagged him in the comments.
You did, but I still don't know if he's seen it. So, Neil, if you haven't seen it, if you go to the Boaty's World Facebook group, I made a special instruction video on how to turn Boaty's lamp on and off. So please do go and take full attention, and we will be issuing your exam paper in the morning.
I found it very helpful. And if I struggle again in the future, it's handy to have that as a reference, and I can just go to it and it will solve all of my problems.
Well, also, if you have any other guests come to stay that haven't been to Windy Bum before, and they say, how on earth do you work this lamp? You can point them in the right direction, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I mean, I've got many devices there in the guest cupboard. I could have it playing on a continual loop on one of the computers in there.
That's a good idea, actually, because it's quite detailed. So
yeah, exactly.
I think that, yeah, you can't just write it down. And if they can't find it on the internet, they could have it there for reference. And, you know, they might forget. They might do it once and then forget later on and think, I need a refresher course.
They
and
might
it's right
do
there
it
in
by
front.
accident and then think, well, how the heck did I do that?
Yeah.
Good point.
So yeah, I think that we've good job going on here. Teamwork makes the dream work. Mark Fasad says, good evening, Boaty and Emma, and hello, chat. Good evening, Mark. I hope you are well. But Casbar say, here we go with the bloody awful song. No.
Well,
I hope you're happy.
See, I got in and I read the comments and I thought, the community in part is speaking to me. I must listen. So because you've been nagging and bloody whining about it, we didn't do it. So there you go. I hope you're happy now. You've stolen those few minutes of pleasure from myself and Emma and the rest of the community.
And I have to say, if I feel depressed later tonight, it will be purely and solely because of my lack of Bruce giving me the most motivational song. So I hope that you're all right with that, guys. You know, if I'm crying in my pillow, it will be because Bruce didn't sing to me this evening.
But, you know, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. We understand that the needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many. So, you know, if we all end up in therapy, then it was entirely worthwhile. As long as you're
Good evening.
happy.
Good evening, Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight on the Wirral.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good Lord, it's Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight on the Wirral.
Bruce.
There was no Bruce, but
no, just heard everybody kicking off. It's quite funny.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people were, well, there were a couple of people, 2 or 3 people who were very vocal about their hatred for the much loved national institution that is, or indeed was, Mr. Bruce Forsyth, who we've now discovered is actually buried halfway up the Great Orme in Llandudno.
He actually isn't.
And if you go there and have a look at his headstone, it says, nice to see you, dot.
He used to be brilliant to play your cards right.
Oh, he did. He was superb. Quite superb. And the interesting thing...
I can't remember which one it was. One of the dancing ones he was on as well. The judge.
Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he?
Right, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
When he left there.
And if you go to his gravestone, then it's actually a double grave. And all of the wigs and toupees that he used throughout his life are buried in the grave next door to him, which I thought was a nice touch.
Isn't there an extra grave for his chin?
About 10 minutes before you started the live tonight, I just finished watching your latest video.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
That's a very good, splendid video as well, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that.
Have you matched mine, Mr. Parry, sir?
No, not yet. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to look after your brother's little in today.
Yeah, you haven't missed much, mate. I wouldn't bother if I were you. I am, of course, joking. For those who don't...
I'll get told off by Mrs. Titties over there.
Oh, yeah, she'll give you a right clout around both your ears simultaneously. For those who don't know, Emma's video on our little Llandudno trip is out. But...
Well, part one of 4.
I was just about to say, it is part 1. It's part 1 of about 16. Because I know that Emma has got 8 hours footage from Monday and Tuesday. She basically filmed everything, including me in bed. And so, yeah. So part 1 is out. And in part 1, it takes us from messing about in the cottage, getting ready to go. And it's only 20 minutes. So it gets as far as us getting in the car, starting the car and saying, right, we're about to go. So that's part one. I imagine
There's more than that.
I imagine in part two we'll probably get to maybe to the Welsh border. Part three will get us to Llandudno. By part four, we might get up the Great Orme, and so on and so on and so on. So
no, I have to say he is exaggerating. I don't want anybody put off watching.
Sorry, sir.
That's the best way for it. Sometimes people watch small videos and a little bit long ones.
Yes, yeah. Although I, to be honest, I mean, her last video was an hour and a half long, and
I enjoyed watching it.
Oh, many people did. Twice as many people watched it as watched mine. So
1,400.
Saying that sometimes
Lamppost
video is like watching a film.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I think that she split this video into 16 parts so that she can just beat my ass 16 times. I think that's what it's all about. It's all.
What's the winner get?
It's all one.
Next time you meet.
Just a glowing sense of satisfaction and the pleasure of knowing that the other person is crushed and feeling awful and low. I mean, you look at the smile on her face there when she said 1,400 views. Mine's had 209. And look at the smile on her face. She's enjoying my pain. She's enjoying having bested me. It's, a lot of women get off on that sort of thing. If she had her way, I'd be stark naked and she'd be walking all over me in high heels. Oh, God, yeah, yeah. And I've got very...
Make sure you hide your handcuffs when she comes round.
Yeah, I've got very sensitive bum cheeks. They wouldn't take well to a whipping.
What did you think of the thing when she met the new member of your house?
Hey, what?
The toy.
She didn't meet it.
I didn't need to. I brought my own with me.
I wonder what the drilling was in Boaty's video.
I completely forgot about that. It's still in the box.
Hey, I wonder what the drilling was when she walked in your bedroom.
Oh well, there you are. You see.
I thought you had the workman over.
Well, kind of did, I suppose. But loose definition.
Is the little man called to by sleep now, Emma?
He's asleep, yes. Fast asleep in bed. It's Emma time now.
My little nephew's like that. They're so cuddly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's 6, my nephew, and you said yours is 4, didn't you?
4.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, what did you have for lunch, sir?
I only had sausage roll today with little Battenbergers.
Huh?
Like a little picnic.
Oh, okay, cool. And
then nice posh ham from Morrison's, from the butcher's bit.
Oh, okay.
I had that with chips and beans.
Nice. Well done. Bit of ketchup with that nice ham?
Yeah, touch it. It has to be the proper Heinz ketchup, not the cheap and nasty stuff.
Oh, God, yeah, because that would spoil it, wouldn't it?
Otherwise, you get like a gassy taste.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same as you. When I had money and I was having my lobster thermidor au crevette with a bayonnaise sauce in a triple Michelin starred place, I always insisted on having Heinz ketchup as well. I went to that place in San Sebastian. They had a special offer on all you can eat for £3,000 per person. And they tried to palm me off with some Tesco's own brand ketchup. I said, nope, if I'm paying $3,000 for your food, it's Heinz or nothing, matey. I may have threatened to fuck them up as well. Yes, yeah, that crept in there as well.
Also, on that part of the video when you said you hope to stop in the travel lodge.
Yes.
That where you said you decided against it now.
Oh, well, I haven't decided.
You were talking something about that last night.
I was.
About
yeah, I was. And what it was, I assumed that because that's a shitty travel lodge, like in the middle of nowhere, I assumed that it would be like mega cheap, like the cheapest in North Wales. And it's not. I picked out a couple of random dates, and Colwyn Bay was like 33 quid, I think. You know, a beautiful coastal resort, and that one was 57 or 56. So
it's like the bleeding petrol in them places, they rip you off.
Yeah. So
I try not to get petrol at like a service station like that.
Oh, you're very wise. So I assume it's because there's no competition there. I imagine they work like supermarkets with their fuel prices, and they base their prices around the competition. So I imagine that it works like that with hotels as well. So travellers will base their price on what the competition are charging. Obviously, if there's somewhere like that where there's no competition, they think, well, we can charge what we bloody like. So unless the prices come down markedly, I'll be doing it in somewhere like Colwyn Bay or.
Are you all right in Rill, or you barred from Rill?
I'm not barred, but they're price.
Didn't you fall in with the pull in there?
Yeah, but I mean, the hotel don't know about that. Well, unless she told them, or they watched it, or any of the hotel staff watch these live streams. No, I'm not banned. It's just that the couple of times I went there, it was super cheap. It was like 33 quid. And I haven't seen it at less than 60.
You definitely, as I said to you the other day, you want to have a look on booking.com and all the others.
Yeah.
Like cheap deals, you might. I don't know if you still do it, but like I used to do it 5 years ago and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a peek. I'll have a peek when the time comes.
Okay, you have a good evening, Mr. Wanky and Mrs. Titties.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to hear from you.
Look forward to see you on Sunday, Emma.
Oh, yes. Give us a call, Mr. Parry, sir. I love hearing your voice.
I will do, and I believe the matron will be there as well, won't you?
Not on Sunday, but you'll be there on Monday.
Okay.
All right.
Lots to look forward to.
No problem. Good night.
See you later.
Bye.
Have a good evening, sir. Bye-bye.
That's a thought. Talking about Sunday, did Matron want to do a joint live on Sunday from where she is? Oh, sorry,
yeah, because
Matron.
She could join remotely, couldn't she? Matron, that's something you might want to consider if you fancy it.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Matron then?
I did say matron, yeah. Ow! There's too much furniture near me.
Right, I need to top my wine up. Are you okay with the comments?
I'm absolutely superb with the comments. Thank you very much. I shall have a coffee first, though.
Then do excuse me, honourable community.
Excuse me one moment while I read a private message from John Stoodley. Well, that's very ominous, John Stoodley. You can't send me that in the middle of a live stream and leave me guessing. Okay, I will look forward to finding out what that is. Thank you very much, John. Excuse me. Casbar say eating burgers and fries that I made. Anyone snapping with them? Alan Simpson says a Boots meal deal, the cream of the meal deal crop for lunch, and a Sainsbury's. I'm going to snap with Mr. Simpson, Boaty. Pepperoni pizza for dinner. I had pepperoni pizza for dinner. In fact, what I did was I ordered a takeaway, and when it arrived, it was the wrong thing. So I cancelled it, got a refund, and stuck half a frozen pizza in my oven. Pepperoni pizza. So had my order been, delivered correctly, I wouldn't be snapping with you, Mr. Simpson, sir, but I am. We both had a pepperoni pizza, so community snap. I'm excited about that. Snapping with Alan Simpson, the little chef aficionado, is a mighty feat indeed.
So what
were you going to say?
What did you order and what did you get?
I'm not telling you. Because you'll only take the pee out of me, and I don't want to give you any more ammunition to throw at me.
Did you get to keep the wrong food, or did they come and collect it?
Yes, I did. Yes.
You basically. Got to keep it.
Well, no. What happened was I ordered something for myself and for my children. They delivered my children's food, but forgot to include mine.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. So, I couldn't be bothered.
Your children had to go hungry then. I assume you ate their food.
No, I gave them their food, and I had half a pepperoni pizza from the freezer.
Oh, okay. Well done.
I didn't want what they were having. So anyway, Mark Prasad said, I'm so congested tonight. Excuse me. He didn't say that. He said, I made a chicken Thai green curry with sweet corn, green beans and rice. It was bang on target, according to Mrs. P, which sounds good. Stratospherian is saying, is singing to Caspar, chin up, everybody loves a happy face. In fact, I might just sing that just to annoy everybody. I'm going to record a karaoke version of myself singing it.
It'll brighten up the darkest place.
Twinkle, sparkle, let a little sunshine in. You'll be on the right side, looking at the bright side, up with the chinny chin chin. There you go.
Look at the happiness. Look at the happiness that you've robbed from us all.
And if you don't accept Bruce singing it, you get me and Boaty singing it. So, you know, there's your punishment. Tracy P is here, and she says, great new videos. A community snap with Emma on the Cambridge punts in the rain. Did you see that, Boaty?
What? Which? Where?
Tracy P watched my video, and I will go on. I'll explain further in a moment.
Good evening, Mystery and Neil. Yeah, it's unfortunately that's breaking up all over the place and not coming through.
I appreciate the sentiment, though.
But yeah, we massively appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, anybody who's interested in buying a Rover 45 for £30,000.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. That a nice bit of trolling there, if I may say so.
Thank you very much.
That totally went over his head, didn't it?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm also selling an MGZT for £500,000 if anyone's interested.
Absolute bargain. I might have to put some of mine up for sale.
Yeah, I think you're massively underappreciating half the cars you've got. They're so expensive these days.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably seeing on about 5 million quid's worth of cars there.
Judging by the way the market appears, if you look at certain adverts, then yeah, absolutely. Minimum. Hi, Soph.
Hi, Soph. Hope you're doing well. How did today go, Sophie?
I have seen the light switch thing. I've just looked at it. I completely blanked that. I didn't even notice it.
Well, I hope you find it helpful, mate. I hope it will enhance your enjoyment of your next stay here at Windy Bum.
I'm sure it will. I had a bit of fun, didn't I, today?
Oh, go on.
I ended up recovering a car there.
Are you joking? Really?
No.
Whereabouts?
Recovering a Kia Sportbares that they drove from London down to Telford because they wanted a holiday. They were going to a dinosaur park and they'd driven it with no oil in.
Oh dear.
So it seized up as they got into Telford.
So hang on. They live in Llandudno.
Yeah, they live in. This is what got me, and I had to ask the question myself. They live in Llandudno, which is a lovely seaside town.
Yeah.
Which is what, a stone throw away from half the places that we all want to go to.
Yes, Barmouth, Colwyn Bay, Conwy.
All the places, you know, it's not even a million miles away from anywhere.
Yeah.
And they went on holiday to Telford.
Well, I mean, they deserved everything they got then, didn't they?
I even said, like, you know, I said, I'm going to your neck of the woods tomorrow. And they went, oh, really? I went, yeah. I said, we all want to go to where you are. And he's like, yeah, that's why we want to go up here, because you guys are all down Aaron.
Well, yeah, there is that, I suppose. But
there is that argument.
But, you know what will have happened there? That poor car, that car will have been full of oil. But, you know, as soon as it realised that it was going to be stuck in Telford, then it
was like, stop this for a game of toy soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it basically tried to top itself. It was like a kamikaze job. And who could blame it? You know, it'd be like, yeah. I mean, if somebody tried to take me to Telford on holiday, then I would deliberately shit myself on the journey on the way over. So we had to go back home and change me. Oh, but no offence to Stigbert from Thundercock, who I collected from Telford. Rescued him, if you like.
Rescued the more...
Yeah.
I'll say more rescued than...
Yeah.
collected.
Although you wouldn't have to go a million miles from Telford, and you could go to my favourite previous little chef at Quatford and go on the Bridge North Funicular Railway.
I was parked on it today.
Never, really?
Yeah, I parked on it today because we're doing a PR thing at the moment where we're parking in high priority locations to show that we're about.
Okay.
And I was parked on it today for about 15 minutes.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. I drive past it probably about 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
So this interview went really well, so we've got our fingers crossed she's got that, because they went into quite a lot of detail about the job with her, so fingers crossed she's got that.
Oh, I'll keep everything crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed we should hear back about that next week, and for touch wood, all things positive, she should get the job.
Oh, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
See your thumbs up.
Don't forget, mate, of all things, you're still a wanker.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Much love, mate. See you later.
Much love to you both. Bye-bye. Pardon me,
well, no worries. But while you're getting your wine or whatever you're doing, I'll just tell you what I was saying. So today, in my video today, it was the portion of the video where I talked about having gone punting in the rain and having a wet blanket thrown over me that smelled of dogs. And Tracy P watched my video and she posted a photo of her in the Boaty's World Facebook group doing exactly the same thing, punting under a wet blanket that smelled of dogs. So we've got a bit of a snap going on there.
That was.
Yeah, so we're snapping on that because we've both done the same thing. And that was funny. And I also wanted to say, Tracy, thank you very much for the second gift you sent to me. I have opened it. I've done a little, 4-minute vlog on my channel. I do 4-minute vlogs of just random stuff I do in my day. And on that video, I'll probably publish it tomorrow. I opened that package. So thank you very, very much. And if anybody would like to know what Tracy P sent to me, she sent me this rather interesting book about rocks, crystals, and minerals. And it's got loads of pages, loads of information. So I will be having a good look at that. Thank you very much, Tracy. Very much appreciated. Casbar say piss off, which is nice of them. John Stoodley says, hey chat, hey Boaty, and indeed Emma. Hi John, I think I've already said hi to you, not sure, but hello if I haven't. Casbar say that they watched Benny Hill and it was big. Matron says hello to all who have arrived since her first hello. Alan Simpson says Frasier is genius. Bad Book says good evening all. Casbar say that they hated Cheers and Frasier. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot to salute Matron. I've just seen you doing that on the screen, so apologies. Sorry, Matron, I'm failing you there. Mark Passad says favorite US comedy, The Simpsons, all day long. The Casbar say I love Different Strokes. Lord Stifalopolis says Mr. Ed, the Talking Horse. Simone says South Park, American Dad, Everybody Loves Raymond. Jimmy Mighty Quinn says, all American comedies are shite. And Alan Simpson says, the South Park film with the Uncle Fucker song was genius. I was in pain from laughter. And then he says,
did face, you... Uncle Fucker. You're the one who fucked your uncle, Uncle Fucker. You're an Uncle Fucker. Yes, it's true. Nobody fucks uncles quite like you. I love that too.
And then he goes on to say, did you try talking dirty to Boaty's lamp? I didn't actually. I'll try that next time. I don't think it will do much, to be fair, if I do. But I'll try it just for you. And I'll film myself doing it, Mr. Simpson, because I'm like that.
I mean, that lamp is like 1970s Pifco technology. I can assure you it's not voice activated.
I'll still talk dirty to it and film it and put it on the group. So everyone can see that I've done. Because, I like to, if the community put in a request, I like to fulfill that request. If that's what they want, they get it. What you want from me, you get.
Exactly. That's why we didn't get our brief tonight.
Yep.
And
So,
we're
you know,
all feeling
miffed. Sad.
Yeah. All of the above.
Tracy P says, not sure which American show. Scrubs was good. Simpsons and Big Bang, early days. Jimmy F500 says, yes, Jimmy, I don't like anything over there. Comedy is dead now because everyone is offended these days. Bad Book says, I like different strokes, but preferred American old school comedians like Don Rickles, Milton Berle, Bob Newhart. Casbar say, it's nice to mute it, nice. Nice, nice to mute it, nice. I just did.
Let's do it properly. It's nice to mute it.
Nice.
Exactly. Oh, dear. Simone says, Big Bang after Series 5 was rubbish. I never even saw Series 1. Can you please play the Bruce song, Mr. Boaty, mate, says John Stoodley. No, we're not allowed to. It's been banned by it's been banned by the Bruce, please.
Basically, it's been banned by somebody who has a Magnum, right?
Yeah.
You do not, if someone who owns a Magnum tells you not to do something, you don't do it.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. We're buckling under to those of us that are armed. So, I mean, if anybody else here is armed at the moment or has a more sizable weapon than Karen's within easy reach, then do let us know. And on Monday night, Bruce could be back. I mean, I suppose we could do a Dad's Army, couldn't we? And we could all arm ourselves with a pointed stick or a sharpened chopstick or something and just put Bruce on and say, come on then, you want it? Come on then. We'll have you. I've got a wooden spoon. I'm not afraid to use it.
I've got a fork.
Oh, there you go. There you go. They don't like it up 'em. They don't like it up 'em. Good afternoon, everyone, says Jimmy F500. Lord Stiff Upper Lip says, I've been watching Rentaghost today. Bloody hell, Rentaghost. Oh, God, that brings back memories, doesn't it?
Mr. Claypole. Miss Popoff.
Yes. And what's her name at Coronation Street? She was in it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Miss Popoff. So every time she sneezed, she popped off.
And she was still doable then, wasn't she?
Was she doable ever?
Oh, I think so. From memory, I think she was doable in the Rentaghost things.
Fair enough.
Number 3. Sue, whatever her name was. I can't remember what her name was. But anyway, the bird from Coronation Street. When she was in Rentaghost, was she doable?
I thought that Mr. Claypole was doable, but he was gay. But I still thought he was doable.
I thought he was Kenny Everett.
He did look like Kenny Everett, actually.
But I didn't know that he was gay. Well, he
died of AIDS. Quite young. Yeah.
Oh, God, that's tragic. So he really was like Kenny Everett.
Staniforth. Martin or Michael Staniforth. I shall just, while you carry on.
Okay. Oh, well,
I'll have a Google.
What a sad way to go. What a sad way to go indeed. Oh, dearie me. Sue Nichols. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Boaty, says Peter P. I hope you meant the lunchbox when you said you'd bring the thing that Neil and Sophie sent you to a travel lunch. Yeah, I did. I keep forgetting about the other thing. Oh, my God.
Michael Staniforth, who was Mr. Claypole, he died aged 44 in 1987.
Of AIDS?
Yeah, he was openly gay. He died from AIDS-related illness on the 31st of July, 1987, age 44.
Oh, that's tragic. I mean, in these days when HIV isn't a death sentence, there's probably a generation that have forgotten that arse-injected death syndrome was an absolute death sentence and there was no escape from it. Oh, how tragic. Anyway. Tracy P says a 23-hour video of the 22-hour trip. Only joking. Both videos were great. Thank you, my lovely. Casbar says start naked and high heels. Barry loves that. Oh, now we're getting into the secrets. Jimmy Quinn says Boaty. So Bruce Forsyth's ashes are laid to rest beneath his grave at St. Tudnose Church on Great Orme, Llandudno. Thank you, Jimmy. We know, we were there the other day. And he's flipping me off, says. He's flipping me off, says Karen. Yeah, Barry's taken offence to the sharing of his proclivities or enjoyments. Oh dear. He's 6'3" and has size 13 feet. Who is? Oh, Barry. Oh, right. Okay. Chris James says it's that Madonna. And
well, sort of. I am the full in Madonna with the big boobies.
Exactly so. I was just about to say that. These Short says, hey guys, how's it going? It's going really well, These Short. Hope everything's good with you. Tuna Mayo San is for dinner, says Bad Books. And Mrs. B split. Oh, and Mrs. B and I split a Chinese takeaway for tea. Special chow mein and sweet and sour chicken balls and egg fried rice. These Short says, oh, and this is directed to you, Emma. Have you ever eaten a frayed Bentos pie before?
Well,
and he goes on to say, he goes on to say that he's sure you've dabbled.
Well, I've definitely dabbled in a frayed Bentos pie. I have seen the real question, and my answer to that would be that's for me to know and for you to wonder about.
Everybody knows we talked about it on a video.
Yeah, but he might not have seen that, or she might not have seen that. So, you know, you can go. They can go and watch a previous live stream to find out the answer. In fact, I think it was probably him that asked the question on that live stream, so he probably already knows the answer.
Barry says, don't worry, I have my ways with Karen too. Oh, now we're really getting into it. Mr. Sloat says, I feel like the third wheel on a date, and I'm okay with it. Well, you know, we're all on a big old date together. We're all a big old tight-knit community, and anybody is welcome to join us. Nobody is a third wheel. We're all equally as integrated as everybody else. Woohoo, says Alan Simpson. Snap, snap with the M11. That's made my day. Karen says, my husband is being an unt, and I've sent him to the pub. Well, it's worth being an unt if your punishment is being sent to the pub, isn't it? Did you give him beer money as well to go with? Simone has garlic chicken with chips and peas for dinner. Oh dear. Alan is suggesting that you dress as Brucey as well, Emma. Oh dear. And then apparently at this point we were singing a bit of the old chin up because Barry says, or Caspar says, oh, for fuck's sake. Jimmy Quinn says, fucking hell, Dumb and Dumberer singing now. Don't laugh, Jimmy, says Peter P. They'll have a Christmas #1 soon. Yeah, you watch us. Stigbert van Thunderkark. Oh, Stigbert. I might take Stigbert out for a thrash tomorrow. Since JJ came along, I've ignored all of the fleet. I've done nothing. I might do another fleet round the block day tomorrow. I might take them all round the block to turn their wheels over, get everything greased up, get everything done. Yeah, that would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Haven't done that for a few weeks. God, I managed to miss my mouth. How the hell did how on earth did I manage to do that? Smart says Nigel Farage is my absolute hero. And that's absolutely fine, Smart. You're entitled to hero worship whoever you like, my dear chap. Alan Simpson says the farting river dance section of the Uncle Fucker song pushed me over the edge. I remember that when I first watched it. Cupid Stunt. I loved Kenny Everett. There's a story about that. There is a story about that, and it's a true story. Kenny Everett, that character was supposed to be called Mary Hinge, and the BBC said, "We know what you're doing there. That's disgusting. You're not allowed to do it. We're not letting you do it." So he said, "Okay, can I call it Cupid Stunt?" And they said, "Yeah, that's fine." So there you go. That's the BBC for you. Jimmy says, well, my son's best mate is in the SBS. That would have beat a gun. Cuddly Ken says, Peter P. Jimmy Quinn says, you talk bollocks, Boaty. Yes, on a nightly basis for your entertainment. What a mistake to make, says Caspar. I'd love to go on a date one day, says Simone. Well, somebody was asking in singles. A nice lady came on and said, look, would anybody be willing to commit to a date night some point next week? So give that a go. Good God, we've actually caught up with the comments. So I'll go and have a puff and hand you over to the lovely Emma.
That's it. Hand them over to me.
13 minutes left, darling. Let's make the most of it, shall we? 13 minutes of joy and fun. Because Emma and I, we're both knackered. We haven't caught up properly from the madness of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday yet. Emma hasn't helped herself by she told me before the live stream that the last couple of nights she's been a bit silly. She hasn't gone to bed until 3 o'clock, and then she hasn't gone immediately to sleep because for fun she's taken a succession of lovers. So no wonder she's no wonder she's
in my dreams, Boaty. In my dreams. If anybody would like to apply for the role, please send me a private message. But yeah, I'm still knackered from the events of a few days back, and I actually need to then get rested and get energy because it's all starting again in a couple of days. Well, not quite. We're not going back to Sunday, unfortunately. But more shenanigans starting again in a few days. So I've been basically shoved everything in the washing machine. There'll be a cable car, there'll be a matron, there'll even be a mustard popping up on this visit, which I'm excited about. It's going to be a bit different, a bit fun. This is going to be the first occasion that all 4 members of the Mistress Mary Huff management crew get together for the first time ever. So this is going to be very interesting because it's never happened before. Once in a lifetime event, and we'll be filming it for you to enjoy. So you can look forward to that. I'm looking forward to it.
Now,
it'll be very interesting.
At some point, I'm going to bore you senseless about. I've had the Travelodge idea, but as some of you will know, I've had the idea that sometimes a souvenir can be a little more than a fridge magnet or a little different. And Emma and I had a magical breakfast experience just a few short days ago, and it was lovely, and I don't want to forget that. So, as I mentioned before, I want to recreate that in some small way here at Windy Bum. So, to that end, as I mentioned last night, I have purchased certain foodstuffs. I will be making a breakfast on Tuesday morning of next week. I'm already planning it, but I'm planning accoutrement. Oh yeah, accoutrement. And some are going to be exact, and some are going to be versions thereof that I'm going to fiddle with. So the first thing I've done, well, the first thing I did was to buy foodstuffs yesterday. Other things I've done, I have learned another way to fold out a napkin, and I'm going to uprate the breakfast experience by deploying the napkin, the hugely, stupidly expensive napkin rings that I've got lurking in that drawer down there. And these beautiful napkins that were stolen from luxury hotels around the world, I can't use those in the napkin rings, but I realised I can use the ones from work. So I've stolen some from work, and I've learned how to fold them in a very attractive way for the napkin rings. So there are going to be napkins and napkin rings on the breakfast table, darlings. The breakfast table, it could be inside, it could be outside. That depends entirely on the weather. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. And other things. Right. So Obviously, I want to recreate that exact breakfast table in Llandudno. And the most prominent thing on the breakfast table, arguably, was the Coland Mason 2-in-1 salt and pepper grinder, the cube version. And I've tracked one down, darlings, haven't I? I've only tracked one down. So that might be happening, and it might be happening for Tuesday. There was also a potted plant type thing on the table, and I intended to buy one of those from Sainsbury's with my nectar points tonight, but I didn't go to Sainsbury's tonight, so I'll have to do that tomorrow instead. But that is going to happen. What else have I done? And I had a long old debate about butter with myself. Now, the bread, I found out what bread they used at Carver's for the toast on the plate, and I have purchased that. So, and it's in the freezer. So,
did you ask them?
Sorry?
Did you actually ask them?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really interested to know, because it was that toast was really nice. I was actually wondering what bread they had.
Well, yeah, you'll be experiencing it on Tuesday.
Can't wait.
But
what
then
about
I had
on Monday? Are you giving me breakfast on Monday?
Monday. No.
We're not having anything to eat on Monday for breakfast. At all.
Well, only something very light.
Can I have a piece of toast?
Oh, you can have a piece of toast, yeah. Well, the thing is, we're going to be having a Milkston Road lunch on Monday, so we can't have breakfast and that. That would be ridiculous.
I know. I wasn't expecting a massive breakfast, but a little bite of toast or something would be appreciated.
You can have a slice. You can have a slice of toast. Yeah,
that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much. That's absolutely fine.
That's all I'll be having. We'll have the breakfast on Tuesday because we're not going to have time or money for lunch at the Heights of Abraham.
Yeah, okay, so that's fine.
If we have a good old breakfast, then that'll be fine. So then I had the butter debate. Now, on the carver table, then it was 2 individual portions of butter, one perched on each slice of toast. And there wasn't enough of it, quite honestly, for me. But there you go.
You ate that butter? Butter's made of milk, and you ate it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, fair enough. Carry
on. So I'm not going to get individual portions of butter. That would be ridiculous. So I thought, where do I go with this? And then I thought, well, I've got a nice, really nice butter dish, but it's round. And so I searched the internet for round butter that used to be easy to find, and I couldn't find it easily. But then I remembered, and I didn't want to put my big old Lurpak or Country Life thing on the table. It would look shit. But I found a compromise for the butter. I like French salted butter for choice, or Welsh, French or Welsh. So I've decided, I haven't bought it yet, but I'm going to use President French salted butter in the nice little thing that it comes in, and that can just go directly on the table. So I will be shoplifting that at some point over the weekend, and that will form part of. I've got big plans for the breakfast, darlings. Napkins, French butter, it's all kicking off. I've got it's going to be marvelous. You'll enjoy it.
I'm very much looking forward to it, and also I appreciate that I probably will be the first person to experience one of Boaty's special breakfasts. So I'm absolutely honoured and chuffed with that.
You will be one of the first. Have we got any more comments?
Probably. I will go and have a little looky for you. Right, we were up to here. Simone says the lady on singles was looking for a chap. Casbar say we're going to head out. See you later. So good night, Casbar. Everyone's saying. Matt Smith is letting us know he's going on a weirdo's day out. Oh, Jimmy Mighty Quinn says don't forget to like. Matron. I did the salute, Boaty. I hope you're happy. Yep. She says, I hope you are having fun on your day out, Matt. On your weirdo's day out. Jimmy F500 said Matron is keeping quiet tonight. She's probably worn out. She's preserving her energy as well for the weekend. Hi Nee is asking a question we keep on being asked. I don't know why people think that we know the answer to this question. Are there more windows or wheels in the world? Again, we've dealt with that in a previous video, so go and seek that out. Jimmy F500 said, oh, spoke too soon. Matt Smith says, I've made a packed lunch for the occasion for his Weirdos Day Out. So enjoy your Weird Day Out, Matt Smith, and do come and let us know how it went, including photographs. Matron says she's on her phone to Jimmy, and it's hard for her to type fast. And Bad Book says, Boaty, that banger put the Paris picture on the wonk. Can't even see the Paris picture. Oh, that one. Doesn't look on the wonk to me. I think Bad Books might be on the wonk. Peter P says the Leaning Tower of Paris. Alan Simpson says, are you deploying a toast rack?
Oh, no, Alan, that is going to be... Oh, no, I wish you hadn't said that. I wish you hadn't said that, because now that's going to play on my mind. I had no intention of deploying a toast rack, because the toast on the Llandudno breakfast just came on the plate. And that was how I was planning to do it. But now I'm going to be, oh, God, I'm going to have to think long, deep and hard about that. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? Emma, what do you think?
I think a toast rack would be lovely. The reason being, I know that Carver had it on the plate, but the good thing about the toast rack is if you have any sort of juice coming from your bacon, or, I mean, I don't have baked beans, but, you know, if you have any juice coming from what you've cooked, it doesn't taint the toast. So it is quite nice to have it on a toast rack. And also, A, toast racks are beautiful, and B, you do have a nice one, and as do I.
I recognise that.
Freshly stolen from Boaty's house. Now, you gave it to me on my first trip, but I thought in case you're missing it, I'd show you. But yeah, you do have have a nice toast rack, don't you?
That was the point of the toast rack thing. You weren't around when that all started. But the idea was that everybody in the community should have a toast rack. So some people went around charity shops and found toast racks for 50p or a quid, sent them to me, and then I distributed them around other people who didn't have a toast rack. So you are a recipient of a community toast rack. And
thank you very much.
Oh, hang on, fuck it. No, I was just thinking, oh, now which toast rack do I use? I was going to say I'll deploy the Lurpak one, but I can't do that because I've got President butter, not Lurpak. I'll have to use the, I'll use my standard toast rack that looks better anyway. And that'll go nicely with the napkins and the breakfast plates that I'm planning to deploy. So, right, well, it looks like it's going to be a toast rack job then. The toast rack will...
I was just going to say, I wonder, did Little Chef ever have toast racks? Are there going to be some toast racks from Little Chef popping up on eBay at some point, or did they not use them?
I don't recall Little Chef ever deploying a toast rack.
Okay.
But, you know, Alan will correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sure he will. Oh, are you going back? We go back to comments. I thought you had something else to say because I interrupted you. So
no.
I'm good at interrupting. No, it's because there's a slight delay on my microphone. Sometimes I think there's a pause when there isn't. So apologies for that. Right. Peter P says folded napkin pilchards. Okay. Matt Smith says
you wait until you see my folded napkin in my napkin rings. You're going to be blown away, darlings.
I will.
I'll
film it. Take photos of it.
Tuesday morning, you're getting some hot napkin ring action. Some hot ring action.
I will very much look forward to that, Boaty. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Matt Smith says, French or Welsh? What are you on about? Talking nonsense, he says.
Butter, man. Butter. I like French butter and I like Welsh butter. What's difficult to understand about that? Pull yourself together, dear boy.
It's okay because he's on a weirdo's day out, so we'll forgive him.
Oh, okay.
Peter P says, pardon me, excuse me if anyone heard that. Oh, toast rack controversy.
Indeed.
Bad Book says, I am no expert, but knowing the difference between chaps and chapesses is quite fundamental to single. Jimmy 500 says, don't need a toast rack for one. Oh, it's still nice to have a toast rack for one. I mean, you only get like this toast rack here, it's only got 4 slots in. So if you got your toast, if you had 2 slices of toast and cut them both into triangles, they would sit neatly in it. Toast rack, snap, snap.
That's going to be the breakfast toast rack, I think. I can't possibly use the Lurpak one because there's going to be a butter clash because it's going to be President butter. I'm looking forward to that toast.
Well, I am now as well. You're making me very hungry. Do you know how long I couldn't eat for after that breakfast in Llandudno?
Go on.
Oh, you know, when we had that breakfast, oh my God, I for the rest of the day, I barely ate a thing. It absolutely filled me up for the day.
I think it was a cumulative thing because the breakfast wasn't that big. Now, let me just pull up, for those of you who haven't seen the video, let me just pull up the picture of the breakfast in question. And, here we are. So all I had was 1 round of toast cut in half and not triangular, cut in half down the middle, the way I'll be doing it. I had a ramekin of baked beans. I had 1 fried egg, 2 rashers of bacon, 1 sausage, half a tomato, and 1 hash brown. Emma had the same, except she had mushrooms instead of the baked beans. That's not a huge breakfast. So that shouldn't have stuffed us up. I think it was cumulative because we had bacon sandwich Monday morning before going. And then, well, I mean, let's look at you. You had bacon sandwich, then you had jacket potato, which is pretty filling with cheese and salad. And then you had that massive pulled pork burrito thing with sweet potato fries and salady stuff. And so the breakfast kind of came on top of all of that. Same for me. And I think that's why we were stuffed.
Well, although I think also... Carry on.
I did manage the emergency sandwich, of course.
Oh, yeah. But I was going to say also, I suffer from a stomach condition, which was slightly troublesome while I was away in that, you know, things got a little stuck. So that may also have contributed to me not, you know, for me feeling rather full up after my breakfast, you know, because, you know, things weren't moving along as they should.
Ironically, I had the same issue. And I don't know if it was in sympathy with you or what, but I haven't had that for more years than I care to remember. And I had the same thing. I mean, on Wednesday, there was quite a lot of hot bathroom action.
Well, can I say that, you know, one of the problems I have with it is that I find that when I go away anywhere, it's all something kicks in. It's almost like because I'm not at home where I would usually be.
STS, strange toilet syndrome. Had it all my life. Yeah, you can't go when you're not at home.
Yeah,
totally.
So we've got STS snap, me and you.
Yeah, but I can't go if there's somebody else in the house.
Yeah. Well, I have to because I've got kids, but otherwise, yeah, if an adult, you know, a friend visited me, same thing. I think part of it is you just can't, something in your brain, you can't just let it go and properly relax. So, yeah. So I think that's probably what happens. So you're saying strange toilet syndrome. A, you're away from home. B, you're in what feels like somebody else's house. And C, there's a strange woman in the house with you. So you've got 3 things there causing you the issue. So, you know.
I had a very slight result in Carver, but only very slight. And that was the first since Sunday morning. So that was Tuesday morning, and and I'm a regular man, darling. I'm a once a day man, and it's normally somewhere around the 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. mark, somewhere within that envelope. Once a day, regular as clockwork, and yeah, it all went to pot. It all went.
Well, my
to pot,
condition,
darling.
that's where we want it to go. My condition means that usually I, have bathroom fun several times a day. So it was even more unusual for me to, not have any trips down Browntown. So yeah. Right. Anyway, back to the doings. Simone says she doesn't have a toast rack. Alan Simpson says he feels like, excuse me, he feels like a toast rack elevates toast to hotel levels of enjoyment. Yeah, I feel a bit like that too, actually. And he says he doesn't have a toast rack either. He needs to get one in his life. Bad Book says that was Boaty's 57th birthday toast rack. 52nd birthday toast rack.
Sorry to interrupt, but Simone and Alan. Sorry, that was Peter P. Right. Anybody who hasn't got a toast rack, I've still got spares. There's certainly at least one or two in the caravan, and I think I've got one or two spares here from the community. So anybody who hasn't got a toast rack and would like one, make me aware of your address, and I will try and get one to you. Sorry,
there we go. There's an offer you can't refuse. Alan Simpson says he never experienced a toast rack in Little Chef.
No, me neither.
Simone says a toast rack made from cheese will do. Peter P said I've never experienced a toast rack at all. Oh my goodness. All these people who need their toast rack virginity removing. Goodness. Alan Simpson says, but Little Chef did used to have oval sauce dish with a giant Sarson's vinegar bottle in the middle. And pretty much every sauce sachet you could imagine.
Yes, I remember that. I'd love one of those. Oh, wine turd.
Jimmy F500 said, love loads of butter on me toast. Matt Smith says, can I join your Weirdos Day Out? Promise I'll bring some Welsh and French butter. I really apologise, Matt Smith. I thought you said you were having a Weirdos Day Out. But yeah, you're always welcome to join us, whatever we're doing. And I'm sure that Boaty would love you to bring some Welsh and French butter along. So there we go.
Absolutely.
Bad Book says, is Boaty... Sorry, is Boaty doing black pudding and mushrooms for Emma's breakfast? I can tell you he won't be, without even asking him.
Correct.
So there we go. I know him so well now. I know him so well. Simone says, I like raspberry jam on toast or lemon curd if I'm feeling particularly posh. Stephen Beatty is here and says, but what about New Zealand butter? Ankle is the dog's doodahs.
Not for me.
Okay.
French or Welsh?
Matt Smith is inviting us to take a gentle suckle on his gonads. I'll pass on that, Matt Smith, if you don't mind.
How thoughtful. But I mean, at the moment, we've got a good stock of community Momo. If that runs out, we will consider your kind offer.
And also, if he was thinking we might have wanted to add it to our breakfast plate, Carver didn't have gonads on their breakfast plate, and we're trying to replicate that at the moment. But should in the future we decide, should in the future we visit an establishment where they do have gonads on the breakfast plate, we'll let you know, and then you can provide some then. But for now, you can keep them to yourself. Jimmy Mighty Quinn says, that is a shit breakfast. Say what I think is here, and says, Boaty, something that is repeated many times over, that you look like the guy from Little Britain.
I'm a lady! Yes.
Peter P says, strawberry jam forever. Bad Book says, prunes with breakfast will stop any blockages. Oh, yeah, I don't really fancy prunes with my English breakfast, though. Peter P says, a strange woman in the house filming everything. Indeed. That was so hilarious.
And
it was
can I point out that in our Airbnb, the M11 here, she had an ensuite which had a folding door with a lock on it, which meant that the main, and then there was a bathroom, literally a bathroom with a bath and a sink and whatnot, and another lavatory, which was, in theory, mine. That had no lock on the door. That's going to put you off. When you've got some bloody mad wannabe YouTuber who thinks that everything is content and has already filmed you start naked in bed when you're so pissed you can barely speak, what are the chances of me being comfortable with perching on that particular throne and dropping anchor when I can't lock the door?
No wonder. So there's another factor into your strange toilet syndrome. So that's 4 factors.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not surprised you were bunged up.
I didn't stand a chance, did I?
Oh, poor Boaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was going to say in the Travelodge room it's even worse because they don't have locks on the door. But in the Travelodge we would have had separate rooms, so you would have been all right, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Stephen Beatty is here and says, my wife always puts it down to the change of water. I don't think the water's much different in Wales than it is in Derbyshire or Norwich, is it? Maybe it is.
It used to be. It used to be. My grandmother always used to bang on about the water. It was incredible. I can't remember what it was now. It was something about hard and soft water and where it came from and where it went. And she always said that the water where I'm from in, this is where we need Sean. Sean would know. But the water from the foothills of the Brecon Beacons was apparently very unsatisfactory, according to my grandmother.
At this point, I'm just going to plug myself because I haven't yet. I am the disinterested car girl on YouTube. If anybody is new here or old here and isn't subscribed to me, I would love you to go and subscribe to me because I'm trying to get my subscriber count up. And also, I am in the midst of adding my Wales trip videos. So I would absolutely love it. So that's the disinterested car girl. Thank you very much. I better do it because Boaty doesn't. He always forgets.
I do. I've started doing it. You're in all of them. What's the matter with you? Stop picking on me. Oh, well, all right then. And
have you put it on this one? No, you haven't.
No, well, not yet. No, I was at work.
And also, and the thing is, you introduced me as the disintegrating wine bird. So there's probably people on YouTube now looking frantically. I wonder if there is a channel called that. So there's somebody they're frantically looking for the disintegrating wine bird and not finding me.
Right. Let's solve this once and for all. Okay. Why don't you do a comment explaining who you are with your tag on it and whatnot and just pin it? You're a moderator. Just do that before we start and then leave me alone.
No, well, all right. Well, you need to make me a moderator and not Emma Lemon because that'll just confuse me. So yeah, we'll sort that out later then. Then I'll leave you alone, Boaty. Stop being so mean to you.
And if anybody would, if anybody's new and is thinking, gosh, this looks fun, then let me explain. I do live streams 7 nights a week, 365 days a year. And you might think, well, but you're awful. I mean, but I bring with me a community of fabulous people. And they are also here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So subscribe. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. Stroke the like button and, pop in, become part of it. It's, on the whole, it's quite a good thing and you might enjoy it.
I stroked Boaty's like button about 10 weeks ago and I've repeatedly come back. So,
Yeah, I got a message on my video today saying, are you two actually married? And I said, we only met 4 weeks ago.
No, I love the bit you put first. You said something like, well, not as far as I'm aware, or something like that.
I said, well, I don't think so.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think so.
Well, I'm still a bit tired, and you never know what. When you're a bit tired and you've had a drink, you don't know what. I mean, we could have got married on top of the Great Orme, and I forgot.
That amused me. Are you married? Well, I don't think so.
But for those who don't know, if anybody who's not a member of the Inner Scrotum is watching, then a few short weeks ago, Emma had no idea who I was, and vice versa. Her sister got her to watch the live streams. And then a few weeks after that, she was co-hosting. And a few weeks after that, we met up and went to Wales and made some videos. There
we go.
There you
Interesting story. And you too could be in that position. Anyone watching now who is new could, in 6 weeks' time, be in Slandid now with Boaty. So
or you, or both of us.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah,
we're up for it. We're up for it. We're all about the community, darlings.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, if any of you think I'd love to do something like that, then reach out. Tell us. We will travel to you and have fun and do things. I'm going to Great Yarmouth in 2 weeks' time. My God. I'm going to
if anybody wants to come there.
Yeah, come along. Come along.
Yeah, and also if anybody is in Norfolk and wants to meet up with me at all, just let me know. And I'd love to meet some of you around the Norfolk way. But yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, Boaty will also be in Norfolk. If anybody wants to come and do a meet-up and ride a roller coaster with us, or anything else, or monorail. Is it monorail?
Monorail.
Yeah. So let us know. It'd be fab. Yes. End of plugging. Jimmy Mighty Quinn continues in his usual stance. He's saying they are talking a load of shit, which is what he's been saying all evening. Simone says, my ablutions are totally random, Boaty. Brad is here, says, good day, Boaty and Emma. That sounds like you may be in Australia. Good day, sport.
Hello, Brad.
Might not be, but I thought I'd do a bit Australian anyway. Alan Simpson says, Boaty has a pop master plop.
Yeah, it's about that time. I mean, I don't know if Pop Master is still a thing, because I didn't follow Ken Bruce after he left Radio 2. But yeah, it is about that time. It's in that slot. It's in the Pop Master slot.
And Simone says it should be Plop Master, which I think is quite clever.
Exactly.
Jimmy Mighty Quinn, despite saying that we have been talking shite all evening, once again reiterates, don't forget to like. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Matt Smith says, come on, gonads are part of the breakfast palate, especially in the Welsh and French butter. Oh, that's quite funny. I like that. Jimmy
like
500 says,
you will fit in well here, Matt.
Yeah, please stick around, Matt. Jimmy F500 says, I never use the urinals in buildings, always go into the cubicle. Other times I nearly wet myself. Peter P said, Sean did some kind of water purification machine. Oh, he got one. Okay, lucky him. Matt Smith again is speaking, and he says, hard/soft water was always part of the process of women's beauty when washing their hair.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, apparently it makes a real difference.
That's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. And I'm a woman. Like Boaty knew it and I didn't. Is that how your hair stays so gorgeous and beautiful, Boaty?
No, it was my grandmother banging on about it. It was a massive thing for her. She had all kind of water things in the cottage, because this water's no good and that water's no. I can't remember. I'll have to.
Holly is here. I think that she hasn't been here yet. Sorry if you have, Holly. I don't remember. Good evening, anyway. And she says, "Hello, moderators can't." Hang on a minute. The chat moved, so I missed it. Moderators can't pin comments, Boaty. Oh, that's the point. I don't think they can. No, they can't. She's right.
Oh, whatever. You write it. I'll pin it.
Okay, deal. And and Simone says you can have more than one moderator. Yeah, you can. Holly then says, hello to Jimmy F500. I don't blame you. I've always thought those are strange regarding urinals. Who would want everyone watching them having a wee? I agree, actually. Smelly and dirty, those urinals too. Used to clean them in offices. Yeah, they do stink. I've walked into the men's toilets a few times in bars, and the smell is horrendous compared to the ladies. And how is that? That's an interesting question, actually, Boaty. You know, do you use the urinals, or do you go into a cubicle when you go for a little tinkle when you're out and about?
Well, if I'm going for a wee wee, then I go to the urinal.
So if there's a man next to you at the urinal, do you not think that's a bit strange that you're both sort of flopping it out and pointing at the porcelain?
Yeah, that can be awkward. That can be awkward. Okay. Yeah, if there was a guy at the urinal, then I would go in the cubicle. If the urinal is free, I
Right.
will go there.
Because I imagine if there's someone, you know, as a woman, if I was standing right next, sitting on a toilet next to another woman doing it, it would just be really weird. Yeah.
It
just
is.
doesn't seem
Yeah,
right.
it is a bit weird. It's more weird now. When I was younger, it wasn't weird at all. Then it was just normal. You'd be out in a pub or a club, and you'd all be having a waz and having a chat and holding each other's cigarettes or whatever. But yeah, now I kind of struggle with it. I struggle with it at work. I have to if I need a wee, because I won't use the staff toilet at work because I know the staff. So I count the male customers in the restaurant. So I know the customers in the restaurant. And if I need a wee, I will count them. I'll do a head count. And I will only go to the loo if I know that all of the male customers are in the restaurant. So I know there are none in the loo. But a couple of times somebody has come in while I'm mid-flow. And we've got 2 urinals in the restaurant toilets, and I've just thought, oh, you know, for God's sake, go to the cubicle. And sometimes they don't. You think, oh God, really? But there you are.
Well, here's another interesting thing. I may have got this wrong, so correct me if I have. But I thought you said you were a sit-down weir.
Yes.
So why is it that then you happily use a urinal when you prefer to sit down?
Because I don't have to clean them.
Okay, so the sitting down is simply because it's easier. Like at home, it doesn't make a mess. You don't have to wait till I come and clean the toilet.
Two things at home. One, then there's no collateral damage. I'm a very tall man, darlings. I am 6'5" tall. My little tinkle is quite a distance from the lavatory. There's always a possibility of some collateral damage. Number two is that, honestly, when I'm at home, then visiting the lavatory is a leisure activity, the Leisure Peninsula. And so whether I'm going for a wee or a shout, it doesn't matter. I sit down and I read. So even if I'm going for a wee, I'm going to read a minimum of 1 chapter. Out and about, I haven't got. Then point 1, I don't clean it, so it doesn't matter if there's. And in a urinal, then there's not going to be any collateral damage anyway. There might be a few drips on the floor, I suppose. And number 2, the opportunity to sit down and have a nice read isn't there. Although I will say, massive kudos to the Airbnb we stayed at in Llandudno, because that Airbnb lavatory was fitted with a magazine rack, which is just the best thing ever. And I know more than anything else, I want a magazine rack in my lavatory. Please.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that, and then you can put your little Rover book in and your little Jeremy Clarkson book.
Yeah. You know my lavatory so well.
I do now. I've cleaned it a few times.
You didn't bloody clean it this time.
Well, that's because I didn't have any doings, did I? Nothing was going on. And the only reason I cleaned it was because I didn't want to be embarrassed by you going in afterwards and thinking, I thought she was a lady, but actually she's a disgusting pig. But I didn't do anything this time. I didn't.
I know that. But when you came the first time, I cleaned that lavatory so you could eat your dinner off it. And then you were quite honestly told me about your cleaning activity. And I thought, well, that was 30 minutes of my life I fucking wasted then, wasn't it? So this time when you came, I thought, fuck it. I'll leave it dirty. She'll clean it. And you didn't.
Yeah, it was a bit grubby, Boaty, I have to say.
I know. I left it that way deliberately.
I'll bring some toilet cleaning items on Sunday this week.
I have toilet cleaning items. I just didn't deploy them.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry now for leaving you with a dirty lavatory. I mean, it wasn't minging, but
no,
you
it didn't smell
dinner
it. Well, I wouldn't normally eat my dinner out of a toilet anyway. So.
It's probably time to bugger off, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about 8:30.
Yeah. So shall we I'll read through the rest of the comments, but shall we start saying good nights to everybody?
Yeah, start saying good night to everybody. It's time to head off, get some supper, get bedward, all of that.
I need to get my energy up because I'm literally, what day is it today? Thursday. In a couple more nights, I'm back on a train back up to see boating.
I know. It's mad. It's mad. I need to catch up with my washing, catch up with this, that, and the other.
You don't have to change the bed. At least you don't have to wash the bedding this time.
Oh, well, thank God for that.
Unless anyone comes and sleeps in it in the next couple of nights, then you don't need to.
Not likely.
They'll all come rushing round now, just so you have to do the washing. Jimmy F500 is telling Holly he is shy. Pardon me, if you heard that burp. Simone says Ken Bruce is now on Plymouth local radio station. Greatest hits. Pardon me again. Alan Simpson says, so you have a 10 to the plop then, Boaty. Jimmy Mighty Quinn says Popmaster is on TV now. Simone says I'm Shy is a song by Ivor Biggin and it's not a rude song.
Sorry,
right,
10 to the plop. That was very clever and that made me laugh out loud.
Matt Smith says, stumped you, Emma. Thought I was full of shit. Now suck that French and Welsh butter off my balls.
What?
No, thank you. But again, thanks for the invitation. Brad says that's where all the dicks hang out. Matt Smith says, Boaty, love to see you in a club. Sit down, Boaty. And you must have a pussy.
No,
am I allowed to say that on your channel?
I've got an enormous penis, and that's why I find it easier. Because
yeah, he has. I saw it on the other night.
It's quite difficult to control, and I'm quite a long way from the lavatory. Whereas if I sit down, it can just dangle there. The water might be a bit cold, admittedly, but it can just dangle. I can relax. Nature can take its course, and I can read a chapter of one of my books.
There we go. Holly says to Jimmy F500, oh, bless you. I know other men don't want to use those. It's honestly strange to expect men to stand at those in public. Plus, these days, you don't know if anyone will be recording.
Oh, God, yeah, good point.
All the other YouTubers in the toilet. Stephen Beatty says, when you're a bit pished in the pub, nothing is more satisfying than firing a urinal cake around when in full flow.
We've all done that. And can I just say that a urinal cake is not to be eaten.
Thanks for that. Good advice there from Boaty. You need to write a book of all your advice.
Yeah.
Jimmy F500 says to Holly, yes, I agree. Wouldn't be able to go anyway. Brad says nothing is like a sword fight in the toilet. Holly says, how disgusting. John Stooley says good night to us. Good night, John. Hope you have a good night. Brad says, oh, I just got here because we said to say good nights. Well, Brad, sorry you just got here, but Boaty does live streams every night. I'm here with him on Thursdays and Mondays. Sunday and Monday coming are going to be fantastic live streams because I'll be up there with him, and Monday's going to have an extra person, our matron. We'll also be up there. Please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, like, hang around, come back another night. If you're sad that you've only just got here, there's plenty more nights. You haven't missed out. There's plenty more to come. Peter P says, good night all. Simone says, peeing against the wall, splashback must be awful. Jimmy White Quinn says, that's how I won't get fucking back. Well, when I went to the...
I just wanted to say, Jimmy Quinn, I love you.
When I was at the Edinburgh Festival, a line that a comedian said that always stuck in my head regarding that, when people say that's an hour I won't get back, doesn't make any sense because you never get any of your hours back. So, even if you spent an hour on the toilet or an hour sawing a piece of wood in half or an hour, walking down the street, you're not going to get those hours back either. So that was a good point, and it always stuck in my head. Brad says, needs a bullseye in the pee bowl. You can get things for kids, actually, that float in the water that don't flush away, so that they can learn target practice in the toilet. So if anybody... I haven't done that for ages, Boaty. Let me have a go. Oh, and on Monday, I really, really, really want to wave my willy around the caravan, please.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got to do that.
We, all four of us, should do it, in harmony and everything. We should all be doing our wave your willy around the caravan.
And a bit of Badinage shit piece as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that as well. There we go. We need to be doing that on what day is it? Monday, yeah.
Monday.
Oh, I can't do that anymore. I need a better napkin. Yeah, because that's going to be the first and potentially only time ever. Well, if you get rid of the caravan, it definitely will be the only time. But all four of us will be in it. So, yeah, we need some willy waving and shit pee action on Monday, please.
But then there's going to be stuff on Tuesday as well, and that's going to be like a Llandudno thing, but a bit closer to home, here at a fantastic destination in the Peak District. And it's going to be a first for all of us. None of us have been there and done it before. So that's going to be amazing. You'd be crazy to miss it.
We've got so much going on, haven't we, at the moment? It's fab and exciting. I'm loving this summer. Let's go down slightly. I think we're nearly at the end. Holly says, also, I've seen online some coat pegs are recording in toilets. Oh, my. I hope none have been recording me. I try and poke my coat hood over the pegs now. Yeah, you can get them in all sorts. Things that, sockets and things like that. We should have checked our Airbnb, Boaty. Then again, they wouldn't have seen much apart from you wandering around in your bedroom naked.
Well, they can just watch our video and see it anyway. It's not like anything's hidden.
Exactly, yeah. Stephen Beatty says, get that like press, people. Thank you, Stephen Beatty. That's wonderful advice from him. Jimmy F500 said, yes, they do say sitting down empties all completely. Well, that's a good point. There we go. And Stephen Beatty says, skid marks on the back of the bowl are for target practice. Oh, well, there we go. That's a good idea. Good excuse to keep them there, Boaty. Holly says to Jimmy F500, but if men sit for a wee, doesn't it spray outside the toilet? No, Boaty, you sit the other way round, don't you? Don't tell me how I know that.
What do you mean the other way round?
You've told us that when you sit down on the toilet, you sit the other way round.
What's the other way round?
Okay, I'm sure I must have dreamt it. I'm sure on a live stream you said when you go to the toilet you sit the opposite way round.
I don't understand what that means.
Okay, well I must have dreamt it then.
But who said that? Holly. No, it doesn't spray outside of the toilet, because when a man sits down, then your little tinkle is tucked within the confines of the lavatory, and in my case at least, it goes quite a long way down. So there's no possibility whatsoever that anything could escape that environ. It just, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to hold it. You just sit down. And you just, evacuate yourself whilst reading a nice chapter of a nice book. Easy.
In fact, the end of Boaty's is under the water, so he doesn't have to worry about it at all.
Only slightly.
Brad says, "Bah, BT." Stephen Mighty Quinn says, "I don't saw wood, Emma. I pay people to do that," which is good, great. Peter P says, "Depends on where the tinkle is pointing, Holly." And she says, "Emma, Airbnbs are renowned for having recording devices." Well, Boaty and I had several recording devices in the Airbnb, so hey, you know. I mean, out of the 4 things that stopped Boaty being able to evacuate in the Airbnb, the thought of a recording device wasn't one of them.
No, that wouldn't worry me in the least.
I mean, you've done Boaty's bogs, haven't you? I mean, what was it called? Was it
exactly.
called?
Yeah, Boaty's bugs. Yeah.
So, you know, Boaty's filmed himself on the toilet with reviewing toilets. So, with his pants down. So, you know, he's not going to be bothered at all. In fact, if he knew there was a recording device there, he would probably love it and, you know, start talking to it.
I've put a proper show on.
Yes, they're missing out by not putting a sign on the wall saying you are being recorded, because they could have, you know, taken it and sold it, you know, and got lots of money for it, having had a celebrity on their toilet. So, Jimmy F500 thought I was funny for weird for saying face the seat. Yes, I must have dreamt that. Apologies. A reverse crap, says Brad. Yeah, sorry. Holly says, yes, he did say a few days ago, sits the other way around, Emma. You really did, Boaty. I didn't dream it.
I must
You
have been
really
drunk.
did.
I must have been drunk and taken the mix.
Yeah, it must have been a joke, because you definitely said that you sit the opposite way round on the toilet. So, I'm glad I wasn't going mad. You looked at me like I was mental when I said that.
I have no memory of this. No memory.
You definitely did. Thank you very much, Holly. I thought I was going mad. Stephen Beatty says, doing a Joe Wilkinson sitting facing the cistern. Brad says, leaves a good skid mark. Peter P says, again, Butters sit like that. Jimmy Mighty Queen says,
it was something about Butters and South Park. I vaguely remember something around that, but no, I mean, no.
Jimmy Mighty Queen says, Boaty bullshit. And Matt Smith says, Emma and Boaty, I have a funny feeling you both piss on each other for kicks. We didn't film that, Boaty. I forgot.
Yeah. Schoolboy error.
If you get in contact with the Airbnb on Clarence Road, they might have caught it on their secret filming cameras. So
number 25, flat 2.
Yeah, they may have caught that. Unless we accidentally left the stuff running after the live stream and everybody saw that, Boaty, perhaps.
Oh, shit.
Maybe. Oh, well, never mind. That might be why we might have both lost subscribers. Because I lost 2 subscribers.
Did you?
Yeah. I've gained them now and another one. But I was up to 159, and after that I was down to 157.
I've regained mine as well, but I did lose a few. Oh, well. Easy come, easy go.
Holly says to Jimmy F500, you managed to sit facing the seat without your bum getting stuck. He says, no, I don't do that, Holly. And she says, oh, I understand now what you meant, and see you put question mark after it. Sorry about that. Stephen Beatty says, illicit recording devices in toilets has its own website, so I hear. So we may be on that, Boaty. We'd have to have a look. And Jimmy Mighty Quinn says, you know how to piss someone off, Emma. What did I do? What did I do? I'm in trouble with Jimmy. What have I done?
I've got no idea. But it is now 25-1, and it is very definitely time to go. So,
and we're at the end of the comments.
And we are at the end of the comments. So I'm going to say a massive thank you to Emma, Disintegrated Car Girl, subscribe, search
Disinterested.
I said that.
You said disintegrating.
I didn't.
Well, I'll watch it back after and find out.
You watch this back and then apologise.
I will.
Disinterested Car Girl on YouTube. Oh, God, whatever.
You made the name, Boaty.
You carry on.
Yeah, Boaty invented the name. I think he's regretting it now. Yeah. do go and subscribe to me, if please. I would love you forever. Disinterested Car Girl on YouTube. And yeah, thanks very much for watching this evening. I will be back on Sunday on Boaty's channel with Boaty in person, sitting next to him, and on Monday I'll be there too with Matron also. But in the meantime, on Friday and Saturday, are you doing them? Because last week on Thursday we promised you'd be here at 11:30 on Friday and Saturday, and then you didn't do them. So are you definitely doing them this week?
I'm planning to do them unless something comes up. I'm planning to do them. I'll just say that Friday and Saturday can be busy nights at the restaurant. I will plan to live stream Friday and Saturday, 11:30 for between half an hour to an hour. But please understand that if we have a silly, busy service, I may not be able to. So don't hate me. But yeah, I'm planning to do them both nights.
And Boaty, don't be too late on those nights, because I'm not having you worn out on Sunday when I arrive.
No, exactly. Quite right. Quite right. I'll just do half an hour. So I'll finish 11:30 till midnight, and that'll be it. Then I'll get off. I won't drink anything. I won't smoke, and I'll just go straight to bed.
Yeah, don't keep him too late those nights, guys. I might not be on those live streams. Maybe I might be if I'm awake, but I need to get rested because I'm sleep deprived at the moment. But yeah, so from me, go and subscribe to my channel. Go and watch my videos. I'll be back on Sunday sitting next to Boaty there. I might be in the chat tomorrow night. You never know. But otherwise, everybody have a fantastic weekend. I hope you've got lots of amazing things planned. Hopefully the weather will be good. I think it's supposed to be. And I am going to say good night, and I will see you soon. So sleep well and good night.
And thank you so much for being with me tonight. Thank you again to Emma. I've absolutely loved this. I hope to see you all again tomorrow night, all being well, 11:30, slightly later than normal. But above all, please have a safe and peaceful night, and have the best day that you possibly can tomorrow. Take really good care of yourselves. If you're lucky and you've got people you love or who love you, take good care of them too. And that's about that. Thank you for watching. See you next time. And much love from me and Emma. And on that note, it is Pachu and indeed
Bosh.
there you go.
Hi, guys.